William, hopefully your favorite videographer. We are here at the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Board meeting, the agency known as DART to Dallas, Texas residents. As a service to the Dallas community, we plan to cover DART board meetings from gavel to gavel. Public comments are required to keep DART board aware of issues close to the ridership that they may not get through other resources.
Okay, it is now 6:30, August 9th, and we will begin our Dallas Area Rapid Transit Board of Directors board meeting. The first item we have on the agenda is the approval of the minutes from our July 12th meeting. We have a motion to approve those minutes.
So moved. Second.
Any changes? Okay, the minutes will stand as written. The next item we have on the agenda is a public hearing. We do have our court reporter. Okay, thank you. Good evening, and thank you for attending tonight's public hearing. My name is Faye Wilkins, and I will be the hearing officer this evening. For your information, DART has not received a request for hearing impaired services at this public hearing. Therefore, we have not provided a sign language interpreter. We do, however, have a Spanish interpreter available. Is there anyone present that requires Spanish translation services? Will you repeat that? Will you repeat that, Amanda? Okay, you gonna do it? Okay. If not, the interpreter is relieved. Tonight's public hearing will be divided into two parts. The first part will consist of a brief overview on the project by DART technical staff. The public hearing will follow the presentation. During the public hearing, we must follow some guidelines. Pre-registered speakers will make their comments first, followed by sign-in speakers in the order received. Those who do not wish to speak may submit written comments. All comments will be included in the official public record. A DART board resolution has established a limit of 3 minutes per speaker. Speakers must address the topic of the hearing. Other subjects will not be allowed in the hearing. Questions, interchange, and discussions are not generally allowed in a hearing. However, if a board member wishes to raise a question, he or she may do so. Technical staff will be available after the public hearing for questions. Now, Rob Smith, Assistant Vice President of DART Service Planning, will make his presentation.
Good evening. Tonight's public hearing involves proposed TRE schedule changes. If approved by the Board of Directors, changes would be implemented October 24th, 2016. Public hearings are required for changes involving new routes with modifications to at least 25% of their alignment, routes with a significant adjustment in service frequency, which applies in this case, or a major change to destinations along the route. Proposed TRE schedule changes aim to increase ridership with more trips, longer operating hours, a better match of schedules to work shifts and special events, and a schedule that's easier for customers to follow. The new schedule would include regular 30-minute service frequency during weekday peak periods and 60-minute service frequency middays, evenings, and on Saturday. By contrast, current peak frequencies are uneven, and other frequencies vary between 90 and 120 minutes. In addition, Saturday morning service would start 3 hours earlier, and later service would be available on Friday and Saturday nights. Most special event trips from American Airlines Center would be incorporated into the regular schedule. DART staff are in attendance tonight to speak to riders or the public after the hearing about the TRE changes. And this concludes the technical presentation.
Thank you, Rob. Tonight's hearing is being recorded by a court reporter, so all comments received are a matter of public record. It is now 6:34 p.m., Tuesday, August 9th, 2016. According to the requirements set forth in DART's enabling legislation, this public hearing on the October 2016 TRE service modifications is now open to receive comments. To date, DART has received 9 written comments on the above issue. Any written comments received by the end of the hearing will be added to this total. We will begin to receive comments now. Please be reminded there's a 3-minute limit in which to make your comments, and please make the comments on the subject of the October 2016 TRE service modifications public hearings. I have no speaker card, so is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak regarding the 2016 TRE service modifications? No? Okay. Is there anyone who would like to speak on the October 2016 TRE service modifications? Okay, apparently there are no speakers on this subject. Would anyone like to turn in a written comment to be entered into the record? Any comments made after the close of the public hearing will not be a part of the records of these proceedings. Since there are no other speakers or written comments to be turned in at this time, I would like to thank you for attending this public hearing, which is now officially closed at 6:36 p.m. Thank you. We will now proceed with our agenda. We have some people here from our police department, our distinguished DART Police Department. So if you can meet me down front, we have a proclamation we'd like to present. Chief with us tonight?
Yes, ma'am. I'm standing behind you.
Chief, you're so short. I
Yes,
can see
I'm standing behind you.
It's good to see you. We're proud of our police and we support our police. For him to display in the headquarters over at the DART Police Station. And it basically says, we support the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police Department. Whereas we, the Board of Directors, who represent the 13-member cities of the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Regional Transportation Authority, support the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police Department and all North Dallas law enforcement agencies. And whereas the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Police Department has adopted a community-oriented policy that promotes organizational strategies that support the systematic use of partnerships and problem-solving techniques. Whereas our police departments are mentors, familiar faces, and members of our community, they are hardworking mothers and fathers and daughters and sons who have dedicated their lives to public service. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Directors of the Dallas Area Rapid Transit Regional Transportation Authority does hereby proclaim August 12, 2016 as We Support Our Police Day and call upon our residents and businesses to join us in commending the outstanding work of our police officers and support them in their commitment to community-oriented policing and their duty to serve the people by safeguarding the rights and freedoms of the citizens of North Texas. Thank you, Chief.
Well,
You're a good speaker.
let me just say, I did a briefing today and I told Operations Committee that July was not kind to us. But these are men and women that make everything happen in the department, and they're a small fraction. There are others out there working now. And it's just great to have, we don't like what we went through, but because we went through it, we're a better department, we're a better community, and this is what makes it happen. But more importantly, I have to tell you, without our president and CEO, Mr. Gary Thomas, who was with me throughout this entire ordeal, with all of those times you saw me on TV, if I was by myself, he was standing behind me somewhere, and other times you saw him standing beside me. But the guy who was writing a lot of that was Morgan Lyons. We had individuals coming down, helping us out immensely. Ms. Wilkins came down, Ms. Wise came down, just to show their support for our people who yet, despite everything that occurred, performed admirably, which made it a lot easier for me to be on TV to do what I was doing to represent them. And I just thank the board for this proclamation and for the recognition of all our personnel in the department. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your attention during that presentation. It is now time for our public comments, and general public comments will be allowed at the beginning of each dartboard meeting for a total of 30 minutes, and again at the end of the meeting when the 30-minute period does not accommodate all persons who have signed up to speak. Individuals who have addressed the board in the past 30 days will be recognized to speak during the public comment period at the end of the meeting. During the public comment period, board members may not interact with the speakers or other board members by asking questions or offering their own comments. Members of the public are reminded that their behavior during dartboard meetings is governed by the Dartboard Code of Conduct for citizens, news media, and visitors. Personal attacks, impertinent or slanderous remarks, and boisterous conduct will not be allowed. Each speaker will have 3 minutes to address the board. The green light on the podium will indicate when you can begin speaking. The yellow light indicates that you have 1 minute remaining, and the red light indicates that your time has expired. Okay, our first speaker this evening is Dr. Bunny Hurd. Hello, Dr. Hurd.
Hello. I am more than thankful to be here with you tonight, because as a warrior, I am strongly concerned of everybody receiving justice, being treated fair and right. Now, my purpose, as I was told that I was going to have to get off of a bus. This driver I had driven approximately 2 times. In other words, he says, "You've been on my bus 2 hours." Excuse me, not having a subject right off. "You've been on my bus 2 hours. You have to get off of my bus." So in getting off the bus, with me being 75 years of age, then at the same time a handicap and senior, it was very rude. I hadn't done nothing other than I didn't know that route. Since the bus did not have us to get out and go elsewhere to catch the next bus. It was one bus that made the round deal. So he's being rude in such way of putting me off of his bus. I had to catch 3 times. Wait, I'm very frustrated right now because DOT is my main transportation. So all I'm saying is, at the way he hollered at me, that was no justice. I'm sorry, I cannot speak like I was planning, but I was there at Chase Bank. I didn't know anything about that area of the bus I was on. I ask God to bless him, but it is both fitting and proper that we as passengers be treated fair and right. They make the money, so give us our justice. Thank you very much. I'm not saying all I need to say because I am yet frustrated. And I live on the bus. Thank you.
Dr. Hurd, I'm sorry for that experience. I'm sorry. You've used the transit agency for some time, and that's not the normal way we do things, so I do apologize.
Thank you.
While you're here, Tim Newby, where are you, Tim? Okay, will you visit with Tim for a few minutes while you're here? Thank you. Tim Soft, are you here?
Can y'all hear me? The reason I'm here and the reason I'm talking on the microphone, I have this, well, I have two wishes. That's the only reason I'm here at the DART board meeting tonight. I want to see everyone in the 50 largest metropolitan areas of the U.S. to take buses and trains frequently. I also want to see everybody in the 50 largest metro areas of the whole wide world use buses and trains frequently. I think it can be done. I'll research and see if I can't find any ideas or ways I can get it done, but I just wanted y'all to hear how I felt. Thank y'all very extremely much.
Thank you, and thanks for coming. Thank you very much. The next speaker we have, and I'm not sure of the first name, but the last name is King. It could be, is there a Mr. or Mrs. King? Mr. or Mrs. King? Okay, how about Geraldine McDaniel? Okay, I see you, Ms. McDaniel. We'll wait for you to get down. Thank you.
Good afternoon to the board and whoever else. It's been a while since I've been down here. I've been sick and different problems, you know. And of course, everybody know I've been around 29 years with Old Dallas Transit and all. And I don't remember what I put on that card at the time, but I know what I have concerns about. Here at the, of course, some of it's been talking to me here today, but what I was concerned about is that the Tyler Vernon station, they had took down all the seats. And when I talked with someone, somebody said that they was painting the seats, but they could at least left one for the disabled people, because I can't stand very long, and I have different conditions. And and so, in other words, I had to sit on the train, that big thing where, you know, the concrete, whatever you call it there. And God forbid if I had to, that I can't move fast now. As that lady said, I'm over 70-something years old. And so if something happened to me and I can't get up, I can't stand, so I have to need a seat. So that's my main concern, is making things convenient for the handicapped. And one other thing, Mr. Todd, you all told me y'all was going to work with me on that 4-5, and y'all haven't did yet. So it doesn't connect with any buses on Sundays, on Saturdays or Sundays. So I would like to see all this taken care of. So if anybody could see when that can get taken care of, I'd be, I've been waiting a long time on this 405 and nobody's did it. They dragging their feet.
I tell you what, Ms. McDaniel, we appreciate you coming to talk to us. And Todd, you need to work on that 405. While Ms. McDaniel is here, will you speak with her again so she can refresh your memory? And when you finish, Mike, she can talk to you about that seat. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Ms. McDaniel.
Thank you, and thank you all.
Yes, ma'am. Always good to see you. Okay, the next speaker we have is Sherilyn Samuel. Hello, Sherilyn. I should say Miss Samuel.
Sherilyn Samuel, operator out of South Eau Claire. A year ago, I came down about complaints about being harassed. Harassment is still going on. We had a bus that I was driving, and the fault light was on, faulty brake light was on. Called dispatch. Dispatch said, let me call you back. Called me back and said maintenance told them that the bus was safe to drive. March the 30th, 2016. I proceeded on with the bus. Ended up, could have had some fatalities because the brakes went out. I could have went to the left lane, hit 4 cars. Could have went in the middle lane, took out some construction workers, or stayed in the right lane and took out 3 cars. But a side street came in my vision and I swung the bus over there, injured my shoulder. So I'm off work from March the 30th to June 1st. They denied the workman's comp. They doing everything they can to fight me on the workman's comp. Came back to work, got the bus again, faulty light. I said, no, this bus is unsafe, I'm not going to drive. And I didn't. They came, brought me a bus, no problem. Well, the second time they brought me, I relieved that same bus, faulty light. Well, this time, instead of bringing me another bus, Supervisor Hutchison decided to relieve me of my duties for the day. So when you get relieved of your duties, that means no pay. But when I got to the division, it was before 5 o'clock. So my senior manager was still there. He told them to give me another bus so I can continue my job. They could not make me drive a bus with a faulty light. Went on, they said that they had changed the bus. So they give me the radio car. I go out, get out there, step up on the bus, same bus. They sent a supervisor that was yelling at me. I lost it. I ended up going to the emergency room and stayed off work for over a week because I couldn't stop crying. Because my heart is for the people, safety. They do not care about our safety. Those buses, when the faulty light is on, meaning something is wrong. So what they do now, they disconnect. I brought a package down here to you all last month. Did y'all get it? Y'all had left.
We did get it.
To explain a lot of things that are going on. But Sue Mulaney, James Duff is not on the board. Why did they get this package? It violated my rights because my Social Security number is on here. When I went to the hearing with the Workman's Comp Commission, the gentleman that represented DART gave out the document with my full Social Security number on it. And I wanted to give it to the board because I said I would want my Social Security number exposed only to the board. When I talked to Sue Mulaney, she said, we do stuff like that because we can do stuff. I said, no, that's violation of HIPAA law. This supposed to went to the board and the board only. I'm tired now. I have no more fight. This company don't care about people. Now, Tim Newby, when he found out, he called, he made it right. He talked to him. I had to give it to Tim Newby and my senior manager chair. But Maurice Bell, I have not heard from him today. And when that same supervisor was driving me to the division, I was on the phone talking to his assistant, letting them know that that supervisor was driving me like a bat out of hell. That's the reason why operators are going out there mistreating good passengers, because we are being mistreated every day. You got a lot of, when these people seen the guy that got killed in Northwest by another operator, they need to see a psychiatrist. You know what James Duff tell the doctors? No, we got employees assistance program. That's to keep their workman's comp down. Y'all need to take care of us.
Thank you, Ms. Samuel, for coming. Thank you. The next speaker we have is Kenneth Day.
Good evening, Board. Madam Chair, it's an honor to stand before you as a chairperson to speak. It'll be my very first time. Honorable Board members, we got a package that's being passed out to you regarding the recent trial board nominations. I'm a 37-year employee. We have a process that allows for neutral arbitration, a dispute resolution process. This is a benefit that we brought over from the city of Dallas as Dallas Transit employees. As a condition of my employment at DART, you promised to give me a neutral process. Excuse me. Here recently, a package was passed out to the board members to nominate arbitrators to serve a 3-year term. There was 19 arbitrators' names that were submitted. 19. There's a panel of 9 arbitrators that served for this 3-year period. Now we know only 9 could be selected. Out of the 9 that were selected, 2 were nominees made by the union. Only 2. That means the other 7 were nominees that were made by management. The appearance and the perception does not look good. Out of 9, 2 of the nominees were the union nominees. The employees just want a fair, neutral process. We're not saying anybody did anything intentionally wrong. From the appearance, doesn't look like everybody participated in the voting process. So what I'm asking the board tonight is to go back and reconsider the nomination process, or to allow anybody that did not vote to vote in that process, because the appearance does not look well. Out of 9, 2 were union nominations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Day. Thanks for coming. Is there a Mr. or Mrs. King? I'm thinking I'm pronouncing I can't read the handwriting. I'm sorry. But was there someone else who had signed up to speak that I've not called your name? Okay, that concludes our public speakers for tonight. The next item we have on the agenda is item number 4, which came through the LGC committee, and it's for a contract award with Collin County Taxi Service and assignment of contract to Dallas Area Rapid Transit Bus Service, LGC. Mr. Slagle, can you take that one for me, please, number 4?
Yes. This is a contract award for Collin County Taxi Service and assignment of contract to Dallas Area Rapid Transit Bus, LGC. I move approval of that item.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for item number 4. It's the same night item. All in favor, say aye, please.
Aye.
Anyone opposes?
Show me as abstaining, please.
Okay, we had one, Mr. Wageman abstain, and the motion passes. The next item is from the Operations, Safety, and Security Committee, Mr. Carazales.
Yes, Madam Chair. Item number 5 is a contract for SOC
Madam Chair,
3.
before we take this item up, I'm going to step out and recuse myself as my law firm represents one of the parties in this matter.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Wageman.
Item number 5 is contract for SOC 3, University of North Texas UNT, Dallas Radio Tower Site. Came through Operations, Safety, and Security Committee, was passed and approved and sent to the Committee of the Whole, and now it's here before this final consideration. This time we'd ask that it be approved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for item number 5. It's the same night item. All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposes to item number 5?
Opposed.
Okay, we had Ms. Morena Cross opposing, and the item passes. Will someone let Mr. Wageman know he can come back? Unless he needs to be out for the next one. Mr. Wageman, was number 6 the other one you needed to recuse yourself from? We're coming up on number 6. Oh, you do, that's Ms. Bowman. No, number 6 is not Ms. Bowman, number 7 is Ms. Bowman. Number 6 came through the Budget and Finance Committee, Mr. Wageman.
Yes, ma'am. This item was considered at length at our committee meeting this afternoon, was approved unanimously by the by the committee, and then later at the Committee of the Whole. I'm pleased to make a motion for its approval here tonight.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for item number 6. All in favor, say aye. Anyone opposes? Okay, item number 6 passes unanimously. Item number 7, please show Ms. Bowman is leaving the room, came through the Revenue and Public Relations Committee. Mr. Slagle.
Yes, Madam Chair. Item number 7, I move this item be approved, but it is approval of an agreement with Dallas County Community College District for DART passes.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for item number 7. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposes? Okay, item number 7 passes unanimously. Item number 8 came through the Administrative Committee, same night items, 8, 9, and 10. Dr. Christian.
Yes, Madam Chairman. 8, 9, and 10 was approved in the Administrative Committee unanimously, and the Committee of the Whole, same night item. I move approval for contract option for short-term disability claims, contract modification for employment, life, and accidental death and dismemberment, and contract modification for life and accidental death and dismemberment extension for 1 year. So moved, Madam Chair.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for items 8, 9, and 10. They're same night items. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposes? Okay, 8, 9, and 10 passes unanimously. Next item, item number 11 and 12 came through the Rail Program Committee, Mr. Slagle, and 13 also.
Madam Chair, I will make these together. Item number 11 is declaration of sale of surplus property, surplus easement rights to the City of Irving for water and sewer line. Location of the property is known as parcel 59E1 in Irving. Item number 12 is declaration of sale of surplus property and easement rights located in Medical District Drive, parcel 3, part 1, parcel 3, part 2, and drainage easement parcel 3E to Dallas County for County Public Works District Drive Improvement Project in the City of Dallas. And item number 13 is declaration of sale of surplus property rights to Encore Electric Delivery Company, LLC, to serve DART's LRT facility in South Oak Cliff 3, UNT, Dallas Station, and Central Rail Operating Facility. I move all those for approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for items 11, 12, and 13. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposes? Okay, 3 items passes unanimously. That completes our action items for this evening. Are there any other public people who would like to speak? Okay, having no further business, it is now 7:04 p.m. and the meeting stands adjourned.
This is William, hopefully your favorite videographer. We love comments. If you don't like the way Dart is handling things, lay it out for everyone to see. If you like or hate this video, tell us. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, tell us. We even love it when you call. Better yet, like or follow us on Facebook or subscribe to us on YouTube and get instant notices of all our videos the moment they are posted.